change over. Here we go. I'm undefeated. 19 contests, 19 wins.
And look how confidently he started here.
Oh, there's the Groves jab early. It's a big weapon of his. Groves is stalking him.
Beautiful right hand.
There's the right hand he was talking about. And this place has just become electrified. What a sensational start.
Groves is terrific.
Well, it's still early days, but Groves is dominating this. Groves just looks physically stronger as well.
I think people always like to underestimate me, and I'll probably be an underdog for most of my career, but I quite enjoy it. I've got two British rivals, one being Carl Froch at the moment, but I don't really see him as much of a rival. I beat him the first time and didn't get the decision. I'll beat him even better the second time, and then he'll retire. My actual rival, I'd say, is the fellow who's on the walls behind me, is James DeGale. We came out the same gym. We trained together as kids. We both had successful amateur careers, and I've boxed him twice and beat him. So, an easy enough rival, but a rival all the same. Looking back at the footage of Ali, Frazier, these guys that boxed 3 times in a period where it was the greatest heavyweight division that we've seen. You see documentaries on Joe Frazier and he's still bitter about it years and years later, and he probably died being a bit bitter about it. Ali was taunting him and winding him up, and I suppose Ali had his reasons for doing it, and no one really ever understood it at the time, but now obviously it's clear, it's much more common in boxing that there are trash talk and mind games. Once you're in there, you are in your zone. There's nothing else that should or could interfere with it. You're tuned into the guy in front of you, that's your opponent, that's your business. The crowd, you're aware of them, but you wouldn't hear one person in the crowd, you hear a crowd as a whole. Music's one of those things where you can really tune in with yourself rather than tune out of everything else around you. So when you want to close out from the world, there's no easier way to do it than sticking your headphones on. It doesn't matter where you are, you could be on a packed tube going through central London. Even sometimes in the gym it's nice to zone out and get your headphones on. Just focus on the task at hand, which is for me it's always a fight. So pre-fight, then I need something with a bit of pace, punk rock, Future Heads, Green Day, that sort of thing. I like to absorb everything and then forget about it real soon. Don't ever hang on to anything, whether it be positive or criticism. Everyone feels they're now entitled to an opinion, which is fine, fill your boots. But sometimes there's people who seem to be in an expert position, especially in boxing, and most of the time these guys don't, because they haven't actually experienced the things that the fighters are actually going through. So when these guys get proven wrong, that's pretty sweet. The ultimate goal is winning. You put everything on the line to get that win. That's the most important thing to me. That's what needs to be done.
Do what you want, don't stop, let's party.
Do what you want with my body. Do what you want with my body.
Write what you want, say what you want about me. If you're wondering off that, I'm not sorry.
Taking these haters and we roughing them up, and we laying the cut like we don't give up.
Alors, qu'est-ce que vous en pensez?
5 boroughs of, New York City could be the best place to live in the world, but it's just so amazing to change your environment for just a split second.
And the brand, it's an extension of our personalities, and it's in line with who we are and what inspires us.
We are like a sharing community, so the idea is that we can have a dialogue over our music, and it adds a lot. Music is really the thing that drives us.
For us, it's like the same moment, the same environment, the same soundtrack.
Whatever comes into your mind somehow kind of comes out in this natural state. We listen to music, we look at people on the street, and you have this natural output that's happening. It's kind of, it goes in and it comes out. And sometimes it's unexplainable.
Like that,